Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am the Seven Swords, and we are back in Skyrim. Now, in the last episode, I mentioned that we were going to go off to see if we could find Immortal and Pestle. I know there's not one there because, well, my recordings grew bigger than my save file again, and I couldn't keep recording. So that recording was lost. So, we are back at the tavern. All I did was walk down to the apothecary, and I think I did some potion selling and stuff, but I mostly just um, I mostly did some potion selling and stuff, and didn't really do much else. Um, we're still in the we're still in the in the tavern here. Veneria or Venera or Venera. We're gonna go with Venera. Venera here has been basically trying to figure out where um, the Stormcloaks in this area might be. She hasn't found any evidence yet. She did go after a bandit group in the last episode, the actual last episode. What's our current quest marker pointing to? It is pointing to the Forgotten City. Nope, we're not doing that. Let's see. Winning the Imperial Legion is not going to happen. That one's not going to happen, and that one's not going to happen, and that one's not going to happen. Or at least they're not going to happen right now. What Venera is going to do is she's going to go talk to the
Welcome to
bartender
Dead
again
Man's Drink.
and ask for more work.
Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter.
Now, my thought process is that she's probably doing this because she's hoping that one of these might lead her towards, instead of being a bounty, maybe it'll be towards, like, one of the, like, Stormcloak encampments or something. And maybe they'll just be incorrect about that. Eventually what we're probably going to do is we're probably going to talk to her, we're probably going to ask her for the local gossip, and she's going to tell us about Helgen, because that's how the mod works. That prevents us from starting about Helgen, and that will lead us to going to check out Helgen. But for now, we're going to go deal with this other bandit camp. I'm still recording these, as obviously. I have not uploaded the first 5 episodes of either of the series. My plan is that I'm going to upload all 5 of each series at the same time. I'm going to plan for them all to come out. They might all come out on the same day. Not all of the same episodes will come out on the same day. But the way it will work is whichever one gets the most activity, so whichever one gets the most likes, the most views, whatever, that will most likely be the series that I do the next 5 episodes for. And then I'll just do them as either I get popularity from them, or as I choose to do them. And then once that character story is finished, I will then move on to the other 2. And then I'll finish out one of those, and then I'll move on to the last one, and then I'll finish them. And then when they're all finished, we'll then decide what we're going to do next. The best thing about these bigger weapons is they take a lot of wind up. As I say that. There we go. That deals with that red guard, apparently. You're probably just knocking up all of these to being bandits on the road, choosing to attack her for, I don't know, maybe they want her valuables. She does have a very nice backpack. I'm obviously going to have to start looking towards the thought process of, like, a house. Or at least a place for Venera to keep her equipment. Because she's obviously got a huge amount of stuff on her right now, and she is getting close to that carry weight issue being a thing constantly, because I can't drop much. I also, like I said, she's not going to do the survival stuff, she's not going to do the camping stuff, so we can't just use a cache to keep her stuff in. Which probably means I should probably stop picking flowers. I'm just going to continue to pick flowers, though. I'm going to continue to ignore the thought process that I should quit picking flowers and pick flowers anyways. Mostly so I can keep getting money for my alchemy and keep earning up that cash, because I'm pretty sure even if I go with the house, I'm going to need money for the house. Actually, I know for a fact I'm going to need money for the house. There's actually a place we could go for her to have a house. That would be a relatively decent option. I'm thinking of that Mistwatch Tower that's over in the marshes. You obviously can't go there right this second. But if she gets this taken care of and figures out where Ulfric is, she might be given leave to do as she sees fit, and maybe she'll be able to go and get that tower. Maybe she knows of it, that it's in the area, she just needs a chance to go get it, and she knows she can't do that right now. Now, she's completely fine doing what she is doing, because, like, she's kind of, like I've kind of said, she's kind of, like, building up her reputation, and she's treating that like what this is. What is this? Is this building? Is this the Hunter's Lodge? This is the Hunter's Lodge. Or the Hunter's Rest. This is where the hunters are currently staying, living out here in the dirt and in the
Take this and hold on to it. I'll be back for it later. I'll pay you good. Don't lose it.
Slow down and explain
No time
yourself.
to talk. Snitch or double-cross me and I'll kill you. I mean it.
You threaten me? I don't think so. Alright, let's go ahead and check his body real quick. Nothing of interest.
Did you see someone run past just now?
Yeah, that's him over there, dead as a doornail.
Great. Thanks. Bastard stole from me. I'll catch him though.
Oh, good luck. She's definitely not somebody who cares about taking something that doesn't belong to her, and she could definitely tell the bow that she was handed was enchanted, and she doesn't want to lay a chance of getting something with an enchantment. Go. Hello?
Not right from me.
That's the Dark Bandit. Is he the target? Apparently he is. Couple of weaker bandits. Not that I'm complaining. Although I'm complaining that he doesn't have any gold on him. Princess level lock. She does know how to pick. She'll pick it in a second. She wants to make sure that nobody else up here. Let's see, what do you got? Take your arrows. Let's see what's over here. Advanced in lockpicking. Maybe gives her a little bit more of a confidence for picking the lock down there. Actually, when I first played through this, I thought that if you found a book like that, there was a lock in the area you were supposed to pick. Not that they were just books that just upped your skills. There we go. A couple of mushrooms. Of course, we have gold, pig, and then of course, what's in the chest. You can keep that, we'll take that, and you can keep those. I don't want to be weighing myself down any more than I have to, since I have to walk all the way back to Falkreath now. I can definitely say that, as somebody who has played through multiple characters of Skyrim, bandit hunting doesn't feel lucrative. It doesn't feel like there's a point to it. I'm trying to stay above this spring so I don't have to fight the spriggans that are down there. I am not strong enough to fight them, and I don't feel like fighting them. We are going to drop a quick save, though, so that if I am attacked by the brigands, I don't have to worry about dying to them. Although I might not have much of a choice, since this is a pretty bad place to save. Although the brigands did not tempt me, so we're good. But, I can't say that I like the bounty hunting quests in this, just because they don't pay very well, and it's one of those, like, you have to run all the way out here, kill the person, run all the way back, run all the way out, kill the person, run all the way back. Like, I wish you could get multiple bounties at a time. I don't like the fact that you can only grab one. Additionally, I wish that you always had a chance that a bandit that you killed had a bounty. You could always go and get all the bounties that you've got. I get why they don't do that. You go from it being not lucrative enough to be interesting to being too lucrative, which is definitely a problem for something like that. But I definitely feel like it could have been better.
Staying safe, I hope.
Kind of like how the thought process of being able to just sell all of the items that I have,
Try not to judge Valkreath too harshly, visitor.
and
The
for them
war
having a
has
set
been
amount of
hard
gold
on
instead
us.
of having a certain amount of gold. Oblivion went with the set amount of gold, and while yes, it was nice for selling off items, it was kind of overpowered.
Sidgear can sometimes act too quickly, but he does listen to Helvard and I.
That's nice. I finished off another bounty.
Excellent. You've done us a great service. Here is your reward.
That, or I wish like every 5 bounties you get like a special bounty, which paid a little bit more. Or like as you did bounties, you got like you gained expertise as a bounty hunter, and you got better bounties the more bounties you did. I feel like there's a handful of ways you could have improved. They could have improved it, and they didn't. But that's fine. Now let's see. What are we looking at? I have a ton of potions. I think it is time. Let's go talk to the stores real quick.
Take
and
a
then
good
I think
look
it is
around.
time that we
I'm
do
sure
go
you'll
talk
find what
to.
you're looking for. Well met. Unlike my trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
I think we go talk to the barkeep about rumors in the area, and we get this started. Because I feel like we definitely have been here for maybe a bit too long. And I think we'll only improve if we leave at this point. Real quick though, is there any chance that he has a mortal and pestle? No, he doesn't. That is alright. Let's see, anything good in the weapon section? No. Armor, probably not. Do need to go swing by the... Let's go swing
Steal
by
anything
the,
from my...
Jarls real quick. We are still going to go see the apothecary. But we're going to go see the Jarl real quick. We're not going to go see the Jarl himself. We're going to go use his court mage's disenchant, his enchanter, and disenchanted all the stuff that we have. If we have anything that we can disenchant, we're going to disenchant it now. Yep, there's that bow we got from that one guy. Gives her just a little bit more understanding of enchantments. One of my favorite things in Skyrim is enchanting. If ever I had traveled to Skyrim and was living in Skyrim, I would definitely get into enchanting. Hey, let's go see the apothecary. I apologize for all my yawning. I'm probably tired as I had to wake up early today for personal reasons, and where I normally get up at noon, I had to get up at 6:30. I had to be out of the house by 6.
Don't let the shop's name frighten you away. I have plenty of reliable tonics and...
Take a look.
I think the name of her shop is Grave Concoctions. It's not even that bad, all things considered. Does she have ingredients? Yes, she does. Go ahead and grab a bunch of her ingredients. And go ahead and sell off a bunch more of these. We'll be selling these off for a while since we have so many of them. Here we go. Brings us to 2,700
All right,
gold.
then.
It's a decent amount. We still got more to gain. Alright, let's go talk to the innkeeper. She's mentioned several times that she's got good gut, that if we get finding a gossip to bring it to her, maybe we can give her some, get some gossip from her.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over. Welcome to
So we
Dead
talked
Man's
to her
Drink.
for a moment, and we ask her if she's heard any rumors. And then there have been rumors of specific activity around Helgen. Legion patrols have been spotted in the area. So while that doesn't, while the Legion patrols doesn't necessarily mean, oh, there's going to be stormcloaks in that area. The Legion being there gives her reason to think about this. So she has decided that she's going to go check out Helgen.
You're going to have the men around here wrapped around your finger in no time.
As if I would want the men around here wrapped around my finger. I don't know if she'll get married. I know Sarah didn't, but Sarah was so absorbed with becoming a god, basically, that she couldn't get married. Arguable, Sarah probably. If I had, I could probably put some videos down to Sarah's psychology after what happened to her. But I think I talked more than enough about that. Veneria is definitely probably not going to go down that route. While she probably will become powerful in magic, and she might even get the Aetherius magic, I don't think she's going to lose her head to it. I think she's more interested in... She's interested in gaining power, but she's not interested in gaining power for power's sake. She wants to gain power because she doesn't want to be under anyone's thumb anymore. Here's a group of Imperials. This might be the group that she was talking about. She probably stops and talks to them just to get some of the minor gossip.
Be on your way.
Probably overhears them eventually, and then they probably tell her to buzz her off when one of them accidentally lets slip that there's something about this guy is one of many who were captured, and she's confused by that. And they tell her to bugger off, so she agrees to bugger off, but only to go and find her way towards, well, for one, Helgen, and for two, dealing with these guys.
You're ready to die today!
I also don't think that she's doing this out of the kindness of her heart. I think that she's more of a, these guys will be good for practice for her, to practice her destruction magic on. And good combat experience for her to learn other spells. Where's where these other two enemy markers are? We'll go look in a second. Lockpick. I didn't mean to take the dagger, but I'll take the dagger anyways. Let's see, where are these? Oh, more bandits. How many bandits am I gonna run into today? I wonder if these bandits were supposed to be part of that bandit group, but they're... These ones are reading. Well, that was definitely interesting. As far as reporting back to Ellison, like I mentioned before, she doesn't really have to report back everything that she does. She just has to give her a report. I just imagine she gives her a report at the end of each night. If I was going to RP this, it would probably be that I would use to kind of talk to you guys and kind of explain like what's going on. Oh. Oh, this is interesting. What's this dark elf doing here? Clothes and boots, but nothing else. Interest. Or to explain what happened. I guess she could have been climbing for some reason and fell. I don't know. We are going to use Lunar Lorcan. Oh. I bet you anything this is probably going to be about the false god Lorcan. We'll take it with us. Possibly Talos worshiper got what they deserved. I'm going to take their apothecary stuff. And I think that Venera will take a moment here to meditate so we can level up. I like doing this when it's available. Not only to increase our skills, but also because it does give me more skill to play with, and I don't have to worry about accidentally leveling up when you guys aren't looking. Let's see. Let's go with restoration. I've been using a lot of restoration lately, and
You picked a bad time to get
wow. Hello, Esther. All the many times we've ran into this character in this playthrough, in these different playthroughs. We're using health potions. And those health potions. That is our foot of the mountain quest to start. We'll take Camilla's note. We might not read it yet. I don't really have a reason to read it. He probably wonders if the two of them were connected. Probably shoves the note in your pocket but doesn't think anything of it. She might read it later. Not right now though. I'm not interested in doing that quest for this character. As long as nothing changes, that is. Deer. Multiple deer. Whoa, lots of deer. I say that, but it's okay. 4 deer. They're increasing in numbers, and this is getting interesting. I was just about to say there's only 3 of them. That's not very many, but 4 now I'm starting to get curious. Here's one of the Dwemer strongholds that we need to go into to get the keys. We're not going in just yet. I don't know. I think she would find the Dwemer interesting, but I think that she's aware that she's supposed to be doing for Elisif. She'll probably take more interest in her own decisions once Elisif tells her she's allowed to do that. What the? What's that? A bird? We're not gonna see him. That was weird. I could have sworn I heard some kind of creature. Must have been a bird of some kind. Maybe, I don't know, a griffin's a thing? That's actually a good question. Are griffins a thing in Skyrim? In Elder Scrolls, I don't know. I would say that maybe griffin, but if griffin's not a thing, then obviously she doesn't think it's a griffin. Well, I mean, then again, maybe griffins are a fantasy thing in their world as well, and she's sitting there thinking, like, that the likelihood of her thinking griffin is about as high as the likelihood of her thinking dragon. Hello? Anyone here? I wonder where anybody is. I think we're going to be fine with not having seen Alduin. Oh, I can probably make that. We're probably going to be okay with not having seen Alduin. Ooh, she's going to be the first character to actually get some of the meat with Juniberries. We came from an entirely different route. That is now 3 characters who have come to this location. And all 3 of them saw Alduin in a different way. Saw Helgen in a different way. She's the first one to actually grab the mead with Juniberry. Which, for those who don't know, the intro scene where Rayloff is talking to the character, he mentions she wonders if the girl that he fancied is still making the mead with Juniberry, which kind of references to that. I actually haven't seen this part thanks to the way that I've played Skyrim all the time. Maybe one day I'll have a character start with the normal vanilla playthrough. Unlikely. Too much cutscene. Not enough me controlling it. Well, everything looks destroyed. How did this place get destroyed? A bird couldn't have done this. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Looks like, oh, the body didn't survive, but it looks like there's a journal. So we're gonna check the journal out. I think this journal mentions a dragon, which is kind of hilarious to think of. Hard to believe I filled up the whole journal already. I received word that my contact is in Skyrim. All seem quiet for now. Probably for the first time since High King Toreg was killed. I should be able to make crossing quietly enough during the night, so long as there are no Imperial patrols to deal with. So much for being discreet. I crossed the border near a small village called Helgen, it's not a village, it's a fort, and made my way up to Darkwater Crossing. Unfortunately, I couldn't get back to my camp now because the area was filled with Imperial patrols. It seems they were searching for someone very important. If I'm not mistaken, someone they intended to ambush here. This could be very thing I am seeking here in Skyrim, but crossing the border in the dead of night without passing through the checkpoints has turned out to be a very bad plan. I woke up early this morning with an Imperial sword pressed to my neck. A patrol found me camped under a rock outcropping on the edge of the volcanic marshes. I guess I wasn't as well hidden as I thought. Stormcloak rebels. Ulfric Stormcloak himself. So Elisif was right. We were. Wait. A dragon? I'm sorry. What? Oh my. No. Okay. I need to look around some more. I cannot tell Elisif that I saw that there was a dragon attack at Helgen. I mean, the destruction kind of matched. Lord Ariel, assist me. I have no idea what to do with this. I guess I could search more inside. Probably be a good idea. But I don't have a lot of canary weight either. Probably sitting there trying to decide if she should go in and look around or she should head down to Helgen. Or head down to Riverwood. Try and get some information from there. See if they saw anything. She definitely is not somebody who is against grabbing the gold from this place. Every bit of gold will help her get a little bit farther in her own personal goals. Her gem can read my memory, so I mean I don't have to take the armor, but maybe I could wear it and make them think I'm a Stormcloak. Oh, darn it. Wasn't expecting that. Didn't expect the whole thing to come caving down on me. Let's see if we can find our way around. She continues to keep looking, keeps finding bodies of Stormcloaks and Imperials. The place was definitely a battlefield of the two. The book is something to go off of and giving the information to Ellison, but she's still not convinced that that's going to satisfy her mentor or her handler or whatever you want to call her. So she's going to keep looking. I'm also going to take the potions out of this box, which means I'm going to be overweight, which means we got to deal with it. Is there a potion? No, there's not a potions thing down here. What am I thinking? Of course there's not a potions thing down here. Let's go ahead and make sure we've eaten one of everything. I do take a bit less magicka regeneration for it, which is actually kind of annoying. I'll keep the black robes on. The hood will give me a little bit more magicka though. Down here, and that looks like it's just going to come to an end, so I'm not going to bother searching that further. For those who cannot tell, my entire reason for coming down here was to grab the book and robes out of there. That was literally my only reason for wanting to come inside Helgen. Getting sparks as a spell, because lightning is very useful. And Venera is probably going to switch to using lightning probably a little bit more often than she does fire. Since fire is good for early, but lightning is good for later. Going to put sparks on there, and then going to put sparks. Technically, fire is better in the early game because fire does HP damage. So hopefully that would be meaning that you would be doing more damage to the enemy. Now, she doesn't really have anything she can do here. There's no Stormcloak survivors, and the book wasn't extremely helpful. Now, it did read that there was an escape route from Helgen to a cave, but she's guessing that if they're going through the cave, they probably are all the way at the end of it by now. Now, she knows that whatever the creature was, be it a mythical dragon or something more reasonable, it definitely was recent, so she probably goes and looks for this cave. We're going to find it pretty quickly because I want to get this part done as quickly as possible. So let's go inside and just a few minutes, not super long. The reason I say not super long is that we won't be in here for too long. She comes in, sees that there's a person over there, and goes over to check. Sees that it's some guy, some Stormcloak. She tells him that she's wanting to know the information. He, of course, gives her you need to get out of here, you need to go warn people. He mentions the fact that it was a dragon. We offer him a health potion, and he gets it. And then, of course, other guy dies. But now she has a Stormcloak who's actually
or die
here.
well.
No idea how he feels about me being a high elf, but at least he doesn't know I'm talking about.
There he goes. Looks like he's gone for good this time. No way to know if anyone else made it out alive. But this place is going to be swarming with Imperials soon enough. We better clear out of here. My sister, Gerda, runs the mill in Riverwood, just up the road. I'm sure she'd help you out. It's probably best if we split up. Good luck. I wouldn't have made it without your help today.
Now, I am going to split up from him. I am going to head straight to Riverwood. Talk to Gerda, get the stuff taken care of. Because I don't want to go through the long-winded talking. And I couldn't have run into you guys sooner. I like how we were looking for the Stormcloaks that entire time, and now we just figured out what happened to the Stormcloaks, and now here's even more Stormcloaks. So she's guessing that they also might be survivors from Helgen. So that can definitely be more information to Ellison that not only was General Tully's involved in this, but that also means that a whole lot of other stuff is going on. But let's head down to Riverwood to talk to what's her name. I think the only reason why I'm going to do that is I don't think Venera would. I'm going to do it because it's part of the quest, but I don't think Venera would. I think Venera would just come here, contact Ellison, because she has information for her that's pretty important information. Doesn't know what to say about the dragon, but pretty much is just going to tell her what she's heard so far.
Did I see you talking to Sven? Maybe not.
New to Riverwood? If you're looking for work, go see Hod at the mill.
Rayla said you know.
Rayla? How do you know him?
He's a friend of mine. He promised you could help me.
If you really are Raylof's friend, I'll be glad to help you. But you didn't answer my question. How do you know him?
Apparently a dragon attacked Helgen. I found him in a cave passed out.
A dragon? In Helgen? It can't be. Although, it would explain what I saw earlier. Flying down the valley from the south. I thought I must have just been seen. I don't know. Things just go... The Jarl needs to... We need to get word to
Like I
Jarl
said, yeah, we're
Balgruuf
gonna
in
skip through
Whitehall to
this.
send whatever troops he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
She's not going to take anything from her. There's no reason for her to take things. She's going to keep going. I actually like it that she didn't see the dragon. So like she probably even has this like, I don't believe it's a dragon. She is going to go tell the Jarl. We are getting into later, so she's probably going to sleep at the Bannered Mare. That'll probably be our plan. And she's probably going to sleep there and get, and inform Elisif of what's going on, and then we'll make our decision at the Bannered Mare of what we're going to do. But I will bring you back. I'm going to switch walking to the Whiterun. I'll bring you guys back as soon as I'm ready. So, BRB.
I ain't asking for
And
much,
welcome
just
back,
a few
ladies and gentlemen.
seconds.
As you can see, we're at the Abandoned Mare.
Come to Olava for a reading, did you?
Vienna? I always forget what her name is. Venera.
Oh, I tell
Venera
the
has
future
come
all
to,
right. When I
has
feel
arrived at
but I'm
Whiterun.
afraid my enemy.
She already went up and saw the Jarl. She already talked to him. She already let him know about the dragon, or at least the rumors of a dragon. The Jarl is going to. Apparently, he's getting a lot of rumors from the dragon. Even the people at the front gate said something about a dragon. And they have told us that. And so the Jarl says he's going to take care of it. He's going to put some more guards out. And blah 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 blah. She didn't care about that. She left pretty quickly after he started doing things. Just basically assumed that nothing was going to happen. All she did was pass along some rumors, so she didn't expect to receive any payment anyways. What she did do was she went to Paramare, got a room, and eventually contacted the leader of the Thalmor, what's her name, over in the embassy, and let her know what's going on. And she's quite interested about all of this. Because she is also getting rumors of this dragon from several of the Thalmor patrols, and so far nobody has gotten a good look at the thing. So Venera is still under the impression that it might not be real. It might just be people making up stories, as the words tend to do. Some of the Thalmor saying it are kind of a nose a head scratcher, but she's not super worried about it. The good news that she has gotten is that she's free to do what she sees fit for the next while. Elisif is going to, or not Elisif,
the Jarl has finally agreed to send you back to Riverwood.
Whatever her name is.
House Court. We'll leave immediately. It's just
but she'll eventually, what she's going to do is she knows of that tower that her friend, I think it was one of her friends in the Thalmor told her about, a tower that one of their patrols found out in the marsh, and she wants to go take a look at this thing. So that's where she's going to go next. Now, we aren't going to get very far today. We're already pretty far along. She is not interested, though, in this whole dragon malarkey. It's just Nord nonsense when it comes down to it. So she is going to ignore this whole Nord nonsense of this dragon and rumors of dragons. She is going to go about her life. Now that she is free to do as she sees fit for a little while. She's not free to go, obviously she's not free to leave Skyrim. She's not free to do as she sees fit. She's still got to work for the Thalmor. Now she's free to do what she sees fit in Skyrim for a little bit. So she's gonna go get this tower in order to get somewhere to drop her junk off at. One thing that did catch her eye, and she has reported it to the leader of the Thalmor and let her know what's going on. There's a person in Whiterun openly worshipping Talos. She saw him as she was running up the steps, and then I saw him again as she was walking to the Abandoned Mare. This, of course, is illegal, much like how that person was probably worshipping Talos. And she has already petitioned that Elisif send either people to take care of it or let her take care of it. Elisif has said that she is considering what she is going to do with that information, but for now she has been told to stay her blade and to not draw attention to herself, which she has begrudgingly accepted. So she is now, like I said, on her way to, what do you call it? She is on her way to the tower in order to have a place to keep her stuff. She's going to be stuck in Skyrim for quite a while, probably until this whole Skyrim malarkey has been taken care of. So she's pretty much under the impression she's going to be here for a while, so she wants somewhere to live. And this has been the best option. Another one of those weird stone monolith thingies. But, for now, she's going to make her way to the tower. A bit of out of character information real quick. Actually, we're going to do that next one. It appears we are out of time. So I will see you all in the next one. Have a good day.